Set here in Memphis, Tennessee at FedEx Forum. The Pelicans taking on the Grizzlies. For the Pelicans, they're well aware that starting the season on the road can make for a choppy start. They plan to rise to the challenge and steal a first win here. Grizzlies, Pelicans. We'll be right back after this. Well, we can finally say it. The NBA regular season is about to get underway. And here at 2K Sports, we couldn't be happier. This is Kevin Harlan. I'll be joined by Greg Anthony, Tim Legler, and we'll be hearing from our reporter, Allie LaForce, in the sidelines as well. And a quick look at how the Grizzlies' schedule is shaping up. On Friday, they'll be facing Bam Adebayo and the Miami Heat. And then on Saturday, they'll go up against Tyrese Halliburton and the Indiana Pacers.
And for their matchup with Phoenix, that's... one to mark on the schedule. It's their 5th game of the year, and we should start to see their lineups get sorted out.
And the starting lineup for the Pelicans, King is out there with Jones. Then it's Simmons. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. And for the Grizzlies, Morant and Caldwell Pope are their guards. Clark is out there with Jaren Jackson. Others hope in the smell of hardwood in the air, Tim, which means it's time to tip off a new NBA season.
Yeah, Kevin, the excitement is in the air because it counts starting tonight. We heard all the previews, new faces, new places. We're through the preseason. Now we finally get to see how it's going to play out.
So glad you've joined us. This is going to be a lot of fun.
It is great to be here, Kevin. Can't wait.
Out to Morant. Takes the three. Simmons pulls it in. King against Morant. King, the pass to Jones. Wants to get it to Simmons and does. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Jones. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. Here's Morant. And Morant throws it down.
The quick feet and hands of Caldwell Pope paying dividends at the defensive end.
Here's New Orleans. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Now here's King. Nurkic a screen on Morant. King's shot is off. Morant against King. Outside Jackson. Memphis moving that ball around. And Morant gets it to go.
And you look at how ready Morant was for that. He was on his spot, feet planted, ready to fire.
Jones looking for an opening. Pass to King. Morant with the steal. Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. Good, and a nice assist from Morant.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Here's King. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
3 attempts from the field with nothing to show for it, but they should settle in soon.
King against Morant. King with the block. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Morant against Jones. Here's King. And the Pelicans miss again.
That was their 4th straight miss to start this game. Not ideal.
And joining us now by phone is insider Shams Charania with some news. Shams, give it to us.
Well, the Grizzlies made multiple moves over the last year to free up salary, and they put it to good use this summer with extensions for Jaren Jackson Jr. and Santi Aldama, not to mention signing free agent guard Ty Jerome. Now, trading away Desmond Bane hurt, but this team should continue to be a factor.
They play with swagger. Okay, Shams, we appreciate the reporting. And there's Jackson on the assist by Caldwell Pope. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle sticks for the Grizzlies?
Right off the bat, they're going after the ball, looking to jump into the passing lanes and create some steals in transition.
Well, don't forget about their scoring in the open floor. They've been getting a lot of production on their break.
Here's King after the basket by Jaren Jackson. That one goes. Count it.
He just exudes a love of the game, guys. You can see it in everything he does. This guy lives and breathes the game.
King outside. Goes up the baseline. And the rebound by Jaren Jackson.
Just hasn't been his night so far, and if he's unable to find his rhythm, this might be a long night for them. And normally that's an easy two for him. I'm surprised he missed that one.
Now here's King. The layup missed. Memphis with the ball. They've got a 13-2 run going. Down low, here's Clark. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Clark's got 5 points so far.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
King outside. There it is, his second make of the game. He's missed 5.
Gets one to fall, but only his second make in the first 7 attempts.
And here's Morant. 5 points in the game. Pass to Jackson. The shot missing. Simmons with the defensive effort. And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for New Orleans. They trail by 11.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Clark up top. Jackson passes to Morant. Shot clock at 5. No one covering. He's got 7.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Jones, the pass to King. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Morant, the bounce pass. Here's Jackson, and another basket for Memphis.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
Yeah, they've just been the better team. They've been more aggressive, which is why they hold a double-digit lead.
To the left side wing. Outside, Simmons. He wants to get it to Nurkic, and does. King goes back up, and Nurkic lays it in.
And this is where Nurkic gets a lot of his points, staying active even after the shot goes up.
Some big news coming in from around the NBA. We welcome in our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's on the phone with the latest story. Shams?
Hey, Kevin. The Brooklyn Nets are not being complacent. They are already making transactions. They were looking to land someone that instantly elevated their offense, so you can understand why Zion's name was at the top of their list. I'm hearing chatter that they want to reshape their offense around Williams' explosiveness and try to make scoring as easy as possible for him.
Always some exciting news happening in the NBA. We thank Shams for always bringing it to us.
Well, unfortunately, his poor shooting is not helping their case here.
It's good. And the Grizzlies lead by 13.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. With a break in the action, let's show you the teams with the most second chance points last year. In third, the Grizzlies. Fifth on the list, the Pelicans.
So many second chance opportunities for both of these clubs a season ago, and they really took advantage.
Now here's King. He's got 6. Jones finds Brooks. Back to Jones. Pass to King. Anthony with the screen on Morant. King's shot is off.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Drains the three-pointer.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And from the opening tip, they've been locked in. Just look at the score. That tells you all you need to know.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. New Orleans shooting their first free throws of the night.
Shooting for New Orleans, King at the line for 2.
And he makes the first. And so he hits both. We all hear about AI in the workplace, and I don't mean Allen Iverson, although we could put him in the workplace. Greg, now teams are using computers to break down the action.
Yeah, able to use camera tracking to assess credit and blame, right? So maybe the little things in winning plays that went unnoticed, they won't be overlooked much anymore.
And it's the Pelicans with the ball. The Grizzlies making the shot. King against Jerome. Jones for 3. Grizzlies with the rebound.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Morant left side. Bank shot, no good.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the deep.
GA, the Pelicans reshaping this roster, but plenty of long-term Pels still in the lineup.
Kevin, continuity matters. They've got talent, chemistry, and have weathered the storms together. Now, can they make some real headway?
And this Grizzlies organization, Greg, not afraid to innovate.
Yeah, we see that with the offense they've implemented, different from just about any other team in the league. Rather than pick and roll, it's much more predicated on off-ball shifts and cutting.
And there's the call on Jones. That is his first foul of the game. Now Pippen. 6 to shoot. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Here's Jerome.
And despite that miss, a strong start for them offensively.
That one's no good. That makes him 1 for 2. Anthony on the wing and wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball.
That's a jump ball.
King outside. 1:53 left here in the opening quarter.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Okay, I see ya. That's your point guard getting up.
Now, here's Pippen. Shot clock at 6. Well-placed jumper from the free throw line. And the Grizzlies lead by 14.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Well, the score reflects it. They've just been the better team all the way around.
Here's Jerome. The Pelicans make their last shot. Shoots over King. Jerome. No good. Pelicans trail by 12. Stolen by Pippen. Jerome deciding where to go with it. Here's Heaney. Lays it up off the glass.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, the way this game is going, I'm actually not surprised it was that easy for him.
And you can tell the defender not anticipating the step back. He was headed in the opposite direction.
Jerome, a screen on Anthony. Here's Pippen, and the Grizzlies tack on 2 more.
All right, he's got to quit while he's ahead. He got away with it there, but the crossover usually gets him into a bit of trouble.
Pippen against Anthony. And there's the drive. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, it's the power of the two-man game. After all these years, it's still the most difficult set to defend.
Ja Morant has been leading the charge, guys, for the Grizzlies. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one set. Morant, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. So for New Orleans right now, Simmons is out there with Kyle Kuzma. Then it's King. Then it's Malik Beasley. And it's Bagley in at center. Beasley with a screen on Jackson. 14 feet away. No good from Simmons. And the Grizzlies leading by 9. Morant with a wide open look. And another miss by Memphis.
Yeah, so many times we will see shooters of any caliber miss that wide open three.
And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. The Grizzlies last season retired the jersey number of the grind father, defensive ace Tony Allen, the player who coined the grit and grind motto that came to define the franchise in the 2010s. Allen was a perennial all-defense selection in Memphis, and his hard-nosed play set the tone. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Allie, thanks a lot. Yep, that one goes.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Pass to Kuzma. Here's Simmons. Kuzma outside. Back to Simmons. A three ball. Simmons missing again. Memphis has gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. Jerome passes to Aldama. Back to Jackson. From the arc. It's good from long range. Aldama's got 5 now.
When you can shoot over the top of people and hit a high percentage from out there, you are in rare company.
Left side, Bagley. Out to the wing. Beasley sets a screen for Kuzma. They need this. And Beasley gets it to go on the assist by Kuzma. Beasley's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Pass to Jerome. And here's Jackson. Over Simmons. Jackson misses.
Well, fortunately, as he searches for his scoring rhythm, they still have the lead for now.
Beasley outside. Bagley with a screen on Jerome. And finished off by Bagley.
Yeah, just great instincts there in the pick and roll. Like how fierce Bagley cuts after setting the pick.
And so the timeout here called by Thomas Isolo. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. At one point, they led by 16. King with the block. And it's out of bounds. The Grizzlies able to retain possession here. Morant against King. To the inside, Jackson. That's a bucket. His third of the game. He shot the ball 7 times.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Well, they are making something very difficult look simple right now.
Here's Kuzma. Fires for 3. It's rebounded by Memphis. Caldwell Pope outside. Pass to Morant. And it's King with the rebound.
Well, they did a great job putting a body on him, and they didn't allow him to convert.
In recent seasons, availability has been a problem for Ja Morant. Greg, dig into that a little bit.
Well, from a league suspension to multiple injuries, Morant has missed a significant amount of time, but we know when he's on the court, he's a game changer.
Morant against King. Back to Morant. Outside for Caldwell Pope. Clock at 6. Clark dishes to Caldwell Pope. The three from Morant. Morant with another miss.
Yeah, another miss from downtown this quarter after being hot in the first.
Beasley outside. They set the pick. Out to the right wing. Here's King. But Grizzlies pull it in. Morant's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Kuzma against Caldwell Pope. Pass to Morant. And then Morant slams it in.
And leave it up to Morant to put on a show. What a spectacular dunk.
What a great look here at this tremendous move from our AT&T Connected Cam point of view. Now here's Kuzma. Sinks the three-pointer. Kuzma's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Well, taking full advantage of a defensive weakness there, and it certainly helps if you get shots that your guys can knock down. And
so the timeout here called by Thomas Isolo. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. The Grizzlies making a switch here. Edey's checked in. New Orleans also making some changes. Brooks checked in for Ben Simmons. Trey Murphy comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And Brandon Boston subbed in for Malik Beasley. Morant against King. And it's Morant missing.
He's stacking up the missed shots right now. He needs to find another part of his game that can help his team.
At the teardrop, and the shot goes down. King's got it back down to within single digits for the Pelicans. Here's Morant. He's got 14. Caldwell Pope outside. Memphis moving it around. Morant right side. A three ball by Morant.
He's picking up right where he left off from beyond the arc this quarter.
Pelicans trail by 11. Pass to Brooks. A minute 50 left in the second quarter. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark.
And we haven't seen them get to the line as much here in the second quarter. They might be settling a tad too much offensively. Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
1:33 left in the first half of the game. Here's Boston. It's sent back by Edey. On up there for Clark. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Morant. At this break in the action, we can show you the teams that had the most rebounds last season. Second, the Grizzlies.
Yeah, it was an emphasis last year for them, crashing the boards. And what a job they did. Number 1 in the league in rebounding.
To the paint. Kick out to King. Pass to Boston. This one for 3. They get it back. And the shot is good. The Grizzly lead has been cut down to 12 on the bucket from Bagley.
And how about the persistence on the backboard? Love how hard Bagley works on the offensive glass. Wants to outwork everybody.
46 seconds left now here in the second. 6 to shoot. To the middle. That's good from Caldwell Pope on the assist by Morant. Morant's got his 4th assist in this one. On the wing, Brooks. King outside. Brooks down low. He's defended by Edey. Brooks misses. Memphis leading by 14. Morant outside. solid play on the low block, and that one's good. Morant's got 22.
They have a good plan going right now, and they're starting to create separation.
I like their offensive approach. They've been aggressive, but under control.
And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. We've got more in store for you right after this.
Hey everybody, first off, let's take a gander at what's been happening on the trading block.
Man, I just love this trade. Gaining Zion Williamson, are you kidding me? He's one of those players who strikes fear in the hearts of his opponents. Powerful, unstoppable around the basket. Might have to call him Baby Shaq.
Changing gears now. Fellas, we need to talk about how dominant Ja Morant looked in that first half.
Is anyone more explosive than this guy? I'm just asking, because what Morant does with the basketball is incredible.
Lots of natural ability, elite skill set, fearless, definition of a baller.
And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Guys, Ja Morant has been sensational.
It's something that isn't his strength, but he's done a great job of finding the open man.
Well, this team has trusted him with this level of responsibility, and it's easy to see why.
And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for Memphis. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game. Morant and Caldwell Pope are their guards. Jaren Jackson is out there with Brandon Clark. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. King outside. Kicks it out to Jones. From outside, off the mark. And the Grizzlies leading by 16. And one of those high-variance teams, at times the Pelicans seem like a factor, but other times they falter. How do you evaluate them?
Yeah, they certainly have some top-tier talent at the top of the roster, but they've had a very difficult time staying healthy, and ultimately that always interrupts your momentum.
It sure does.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Pass to Morant. And Caldwell Pope now atop the key. Shoots it up. And it's Morant missing.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
He didn't quite get a hand on it, but he did enough to affect the miss.
Here's Jackson. Good. And the nice assist from Morant. Morant's got 6 assists now in the game. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. King with it. 14 points for him. Jones, no luck.
They have yet to hit a shot. A real slow start here in the second half.
Caldwell Pope kicks to Morant. Jackson has the open look. The three-pointer, no good.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Outside, Jones. Morant against King. Another shot. Tries again. Misses, and the dry spell continues.
Ouch. 5 shots without a make. That's a really ragged start coming out of halftime.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
So for the Pelicans, Queen's checked in, and Kyle Kuzma's subbed in for Ben Simmons. Pass to Caldwell Pope. Morant against King. Floats one up, and Morant gets it to go. Morant's got 24 points.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Kuzma passes to Jones. New Orleans moving the ball around. Kuzma with a screen on Morant. It's tipped. The shot's good from Kuzma. Kuzma's got 10 points in the game.
Beautiful touch close in. Kuzma excels at taking advantage down low.
Pass to Morant. Shot clock at 6. Caldwell Pope outside. Over Jones, and it comes off the front of the rim.
Yeah, he probably shouldn't have taken that shot there. The defensive intensity was all over.
And the shot goes in.
Gets one to go. It's been a great personal night for him, but those mean a lot less if you're losing.
Memphis leading by 19 points. Caldwell Pope outside. Inside, Grant. Nice pass. Right into the rack perfectly for the layup. Morant's got 4 this quarter. King, the pass to Kuzma. Back to King, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Gives the team such a great element having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
And you can see how it energizes the entire team.
Pass to Jackson. King against Morant. King with the block, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections.
And that has got to help the morale of this team. Let's see if that sets up.
And here's Jerome. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. On the court for the Pelicans, getting the fourth quarter going. They've got Kyle Kuzma. King is up there with Brandon Boston. Then it's Bagley. And it's Queen, and at the center, locking down the middle. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Jerome. King with the block. To the inside, and he dumps it down.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, he took that up with great confidence. Tremendous finish.
To the paint. Edey gets the bucket. Tim, you know you've played it for so long. The intensity of competition can lead to some heated communication, even between those on the same team.
Oh, Kevin, believe me, in the 10 years I played in the league, you often see that between teammates because you have highly competitive individuals who aren't always going to see eye to eye.
But don't you think that's good, though, that competitive tension that may exist within a team?
It creates an edge, Kevin, that you need to win in this league.
The Pelicans shooting at 44%, pretty reasonable. King, the pass to Kuzma. You know, Tim, some people love the star power of dynasties, but do you think the league's push for parity is helping the game overall?
Overall, I do believe competitive balance is good for the league. I think there are more fan bases that stay more engaged longer into the year, and that's just good for everybody.
I totally agree. Here's Pippen, and the shot falls short this time. The Pelicans have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. King, the pass to Kuzma. Hands it from downtown.
And proving once again that he has the touch from beyond. Kuzma effective at cashing in there.
It's Pippen on the wing. Defended by Boston. Outside Jackson. Pippen outside. Pippen is doubled. Pass to Aldama. And another miss by Memphis. Pelicans trail by 19. King outside. To the left wing. There's a good screen. Here's Boston. Yes, that goes in.
That's very smart use of the screen, and it sets up a very close look.
Timeout called by Coach Isolo. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. And some changes here for the Grizzlies. Jalen Wells comes in for Santi Aldama, and it's Morant in for Pippen. Morant passes to Jerome. Now Jackson. Jackson is doubled. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
The call on the floor is a jump ball.
Edey finds Jackson. Shot clock at 3. Now here's Morant for 3. Sinks the triple. Morant's got 11 points here in just the second half. Pelicans trail by 20. King outside. They set the screen. Tim, the NBA is always changing, but any predictions for the league that you kind of feel we're going to see around the corner?
Yeah, Kevin, I just think the influx and the impact of international players is going to be even stronger going forward. I think a lot of guys have seen the success that those players have had in the NBA, and hopefully it inspires even more great players internationally to want to play this great game.
And for a short time, you played overseas. You saw a lot of them firsthand.
I sure did, and I was in France well before the French influx really hit this league, but I knew then that was the goal.
Memphis leading by 15. Pass to Jerome. Now Jackson. That's in. He's 7 for 12 now in the game.
Well, the defense is going to try to shut down certain things, but it's impossible to deny everything. That's a skilled play right there.
King, the pass to Kuzma. That 3 off the mark. For Memphis, they've gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Morant against King. Steps back, puts it up from 12. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback. Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Morant against King. And Morant gets it to go. Morant's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
King, the pass to Kuzma. Outside, Bagley. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Bucket is good. Edey's got 12 points here in the second half.
After a forgettable first half, he is turning it on now. You love to see this kind of resilience.
Timeout called Pelicans. Both teams deciding to change it up. And the Pelicans with possession here. 19-point game. King inside. Guarded by Morant. King, that's good.
How good is that? I mean, he can make a defender look foolish at times.
And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for Memphis. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. Left side Jackson. Morant outside. 6 to shoot. And finished off by Morant.
We all know Ja's capability to fill it up, and he is showing it here tonight.
Pelicans trail by 19. King outside. Beasley outside. Offensive rebound. King's shot is off.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Clark outside. Pass to Morant. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's King with the rebound. King's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Bagley, and finished off by Bagley.
Yeah, ferocious at the rim. Bagley can finish with power or finesse.
Here's Morant. Caldwell Pope outside. Pass to Jackson. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Queens got his 5th rebound in this one. To the middle. Out to Kuzma. New Orleans moving it around. And it's Beasley in the corner. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. Pass to Morant. Here's Clark. Caldwell Pope outside. 5 on the clock. Morant passes to Jackson.
And the flush from Jackson Jr. Great wingspan, and at 6'11", he's got a little nasty in it.
Pelicans trail by 19. Let's go to the sideline, and here's some news about Yusuf Nurkic. Allie, take it away.
Well, the head athletic trainer for the Pelicans provided some information. They told me it's a collapsed lung, a serious situation, and we're all hoping that he's okay. Sadly, we won't be seeing him again tonight or in the near future. It sounds like he's got a long recovery ahead of him. Back over to you.
Thanks for the status report there, Allie.
Well, that's an injury no player wants to deal with, but as we know, so many guys have dealt with it at some point.
Back to Caldwell Pope. Morant against King. Doesn't get that one. Pelicans trail by 17. Bagley. Stolen by Jackson. Here's Caldwell Pope. Now Morant. And the layup's good off the glass. Morant's got 39. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Grizzlies.
They have been a wrecking ball defensively, coming up with steals, being active with their hands, and just doing a terrific job of disrupting the rhythm.
And I also really like the pace they've played with in this one, specifically how high tempo it's been, clearly working to their advantage so far.
Memphis leading by 16. Here's Jackson. And good that time.
And he is a huge presence inside at both ends. Jackson's a great asset to have in the post.
Timeout called Pelicans. And now we'll take a moment for our presentation of our player of the game, Ja Morant.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance.
And I tell you what, when Bagley plays with energy, it is difficult trying to stop him. Awesome at just staying on the attack.
Caldwell Pope outside. Morant outside. Good! Lays it right in there.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Grizzlies.
And the big difference here was accuracy from three-point range.
And once they started sinking shots, It really stretched out the D and created other opportunities. And anytime they got space, they seemed to just knock down another triple.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Ja Morant.
Well, what a highlight reel he put together, playing his game and contributing in a big way.
Takes the three. No good. New Orleans gone 4-6 from beyond the arc in the fourth quarter so far. Bagley. Jumper is off. 41 seconds left in the game. Now Jackson. That shot no good. Bagley. And they can just dribble the ball until the buzzer.
Yeah, they got to be happy with the outcome.
Knocked away. Stolen by Jones.
Garrett King, assisted by King.
So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity.